And essentially how it works is there's a few teams of folks who perform each night, and each team plays each of the improv games. So we have about 6 improv games that are going to be played for the show, and each team plays each game.
Whose Line isn't just a popular television show. It's now coming to a high school near you. Radnor High School's Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Radnor High School will be performing their own adaptation of the TV show Whose Line Is It Anyway, which originally aired in 1998. We talked to Brian Dietzler, the theater director at Radnor High School, about why he decided to bring Whose Line to the high school.
I realize there's a certain need for folks to do different styles of theater. So in other words, some folks like to do the musical. They like to have the music as a part of the performance, and some people just like to do a play with no music. And then I said, what about the crazy people who just like to do improv, like myself? So I was watching the TV show one night, and I said, why don't we just have a Whose Line night? And that was 3 years ago, and here it is.
Dietzler started the Whose Line shows in 2011 and has seen a growth in students' theatrical performance since.
There's a lot of folks, some of the seniors who you will see, well, not just the seniors. One person is Austin Taylor. He's fairly well known around these parts for his exuberant energy and enthusiasm. The Braithwaite family continues their legacy. Will graduated last year, but of course Owen is carrying the torch. And Laura Zamsky will be making another appearance. She's also the stage manager. Abra Katzman's another one. Kane Pierce, and I'm just trying to think through all of the list. So sorry guys if I didn't think of you off the top of my head.
We talked to Austin Taylor and Abra Katzman, 2 students in the cast, about how they've been preparing for this year's show.
We listen to the voices inside our head, pick the one for the scene that we want, then we just act out the scene.
So at the rehearsals, we learn how to play the different games. Like one of the games is Party Quirks, one of the games is Freeze Frame. So we learn how to play all the games, and then we also have to rehearse twice with our group outside of all the mandatory rehearsals. Mainly to get to know how our group is, the group dynamics, who's better at what roles in the games. And so basically we don't even, just at the real shows, it's all improv. So they're gonna be all right, we're doing this game now, here's stuff.
And does the audience participate at all?
Yes, the audience can shout out suggestions to the host before a game starts. So the host might say, okay, we need a location, and someone might say McDonald's, and then they use McDonald's. Or they might say, we need a person. They might say, your mom. Okay, my mom. Great, okay. And then another way the audience participates is in the beginning, they fill out cards with those kinds of information on them. And one of the cards is write a random line of dialogue, which is for our game, Whose Line Is It Anyway, the actual game. And so the performers take 2 cards each. They start doing a scene. They just make up a scene, and it could be an argument over who's going to wash the dishes. And then at a random moment, they take out the card and they say, I like pigs, because whatever's on the card, you have to put into the scene. So, and the last way the audience participates is during intermission, we start games of freeze frame all around where anybody can say freeze, including the audience, and they can jump in and perform.
Come up with really good ideas for characters and scenes that would be really funny, because in the middle of the show we're going to be all right, does anyone have a superhero power that we can give to someone? And also before the show, you write down pieces of dialogue, different types of characters and quirks on paper, and we put them in a hat, and we use them throughout the show. So also nothing inappropriate, we get rid of those, so why even write it? But it's really fun, and the audience actually does a lot. So that's also how you know it's all improv, and it's really great.
The show runs from May 28th to the 30th, and don't forget, audience, be ready to participate.